5 minutes now past 8 o'clock. Winds out of the south at 9. The current temperature 30 degrees. A man is in the hospital following a police-involved shooting in Blaine. Officers in Coon Rapids were called early Thursday morning on a report of a break-in. Police say a woman living in the home told dispatch that she had locked herself inside a bedroom while her boyfriend fought with the suspect. When officers arrived, the suspect allegedly lunged at them with a knife, causing one of the officers to open fire. The offender was hit and taken to a nearby hospital where he is expected to survive. It was the first officer-involved shooting in Blaine in 25 years. The Meeker County Sheriff's Department has released the names of the victims of carbon monoxide poisoning at a house in southern Meeker County's Greenleaf Township Wednesday morning. Dead at the scene was 27-year-old David Allen Harrison. They also found 21-year-old Jennifer Lynn Melchert still alive, and she's currently hospitalized at Hennepin County Medical Center. It's believed generators for heat and electricity in the home caused the deaths. U.S. Senators Amy Klobuchar and Al Franken announced the administration has released an additional $9 million in critical heating assistance for Minnesota seniors and families. After a push from the senators to quickly release as much heating aid as possible, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services released over $100 million in assistance for Minnesota. In the last few years, there's been a significant increase in demand for the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or LIHEAP, which Minnesota seniors and families rely on to keep their heat on during the winter months. If you're in need of heat assistance, contact Heartland Community Action Agency in Willmar. They serve Candy, Ojai, Meeker, and McLeod counties. We'll take a break. More news coming up right after this.
Many of us work a lifetime making ends meet and focusing on our children, but often overlook our own retirement needs. Christensen and Associates CPAs and CNA Financial Advisors know that retirement and estate planning have many moving parts, including cash flow advising, tax implications, and legal documentation. Don't let your financial and estate goals remain in question. Call the experts at Christensen and Associates and 235-5937 to take the next step designing a plan that achieves your goals.
KWLM News Time, 7.5 minutes past 8. Minnesota House and Senate leaders have agreed on how space will be allocated when major renovations at the state capitol are finished in 2017. Senate Democrats are getting many fewer offices than they originally asked for, and there will be much more space available to the public, including an information center, more restrooms and elevators, reservable public dining rooms, public classrooms, and a space for mothers with young children. To make more room, more Senate offices will go into a new building across the street. Democratic Majority Leader Tom Bach.
New building. Had it not been for that, we'd be spending $270 million to renovate it and turn the Capitol into a beautifully renovated new Senate office building, and I just didn't think that was the right thing for our Minnesota Capitol going forward for the next 100 years.
Republican Speaker Kurt Daudt says the House's priority was to secure space for the public in their capital. Senator Lyle Coonan agrees.
The first thing that's on everybody's mind is so that there's more room for citizens in the Capitol. Actually, some meeting rooms for them, too, as their organizations and groups come down, that they would have a place to go the day they're on the Hill to run their operation that day out of. It's nice to have something like that.
And after years of debate, could this be the year Minnesota allows Sunday liquor sales? Democratic Senator Roger Reinert of Duluth says yes.
Election cycle where this was an issue that people talked about and candidates campaigned on and candidates were surveyed on, really feel that 2015 is the year to get this done in the Minnesota legislature. We have a governor who has said he will sign the bill. We have a Speaker of the House who is supportive. So we've made
Reinert and Republican Representative Jennifer Loon of Eden Prairie are heading up the effort to repeal Minnesota's ban on Sunday liquor sales. Opponents say they don't want to deal with the overhead of being open on Sundays. Reinert says his bill would give liquor store owners the choice. And flu activity is categorized as regional across the state. Since the start of the flu season, there have been 4 pediatric influenza-related deaths reported in Minnesota. Over the latest reporting week, ending January 17th, there were 21 hospitalizations compared to 80 the week before. The average age of those being admitted was 74 and a half. I'm J.P. Kola, News Talk 1340 and 96.3 FM, KWLM.